on high impact plays. Makakita tayo ng aggressive play from BREN Esports.
For sure, for sure. Early to mid-game centric type of lineup coming from BREN Esports. Ang bilis din ng rotation nila dito, TDZ. Given that this Rafaela together with the Granger, tapos few, yan na yung parang magsiset ng tempo eh. So, right at this point, Auster Force, they have these two nukes. Coming from the Farsak, coming from the Chang'o, meaning hindi sila basta-bastang mapupush. Because they could definitely clear minion waves. Meron pa sila ritong Benedetta together with this Lancelot. Nako, action, Jackson talaga ang early game natin dito, TDZ.
Yep, makakita tayo ng early team fights or early skirmishes sa dalawang teams na to since aggressive ang paparehas na playstyle or draft ng dalawang teams natin dito. Lancelot, I really like it. Access sa may backlines using the puncture kapag kaya niyang itahe yan papunta sa likod, and also with the burst potential na pwedeng ibigay ng Lancelot. So, Rob, tingin ko dito, bukod dun sa early game, once na nag-hit tayo ng 20-minute mark, sobrang importante yun. Doon na pumapasok yung TikTok timers natin. So, they Auster Force, marami silang wave clear, which is really essential pag tumapat tayo dun sa may TikTok timers, 20 minutes. So, tingin ko, ang BREN Esports, may hihirapan lang. Meron silang specific timing na kailangan nilang mag-enable kagad and use that opportunity to puncture the defense of Auster Force.
Yes, well, speaking of puncture, I'm really looking towards the Hayabusa. Kung paano mayu-utilize yung Hayabusa dito going to those mages. Even the Benedetta, hindi rin siya ganun sabihin na natin ka-safe. Kahit sabihin na natin na medyo makunat, pwede siya mag-build ng mga kunat type of items like a brute force breastplate. Yeah. Pero itong Hayabusa na to, yung magiging susi, napag-aralan din talaga ng BREN Esports kung paano tumatakbo ang side lane ng Auster Force. And yeah, I therefore say, balagbagan yung early game, and if Carl TC gets a good, sabihin na natin, early lead for BREN Esports, mukhang masasaktan ang mga mages dito ng Auster Force.
Kasi Glass Cannon more on, yes, mataas yung damage output, pero mahina ang kanyang HP, hindi ganong kakapal tulad ng mga ibang heroes.
Not only that, di pa natin masyadong mini-mention dito si Flap TZ or in the Barath. Look at his first item, 2 healing necklace agad. That only means na talagang magsisteady lang yan dun. Sasabayan niya lang yung Benedetta sa may top lane.
Pati nakikita natin yan every single time na merong Baraths, iiwan, magiging static lang siya dyan. Gagamitin niya yung kanyang so-called teamwork para makakuha ng big guy stacks. As we head into the game, ladies and gentlemen, 4 kaagad na miyembro ng Auster Force dinidisable or at least sinusustain yung middle lane para sila makakuha ng Little Wanderer. Pero Rob, nakikita natin dito sa side ng BREN Esports, they're just taking their time na mag-farm since gusto nilang agad i-enable si Carl TZ using his Granger.
Hindi rin kasi nila kayang sabayan yun I really like how madalas ginagawa talaga nila yon na 3 yung nagki-clear kagad sa gitna para sila ang makapag-secure ng Little Wanderer. Pero, well, BREN Esports, Carl TZ, getting pick off by Trimar TZ.
Nahuli siya agad ni Trimar TZ, and that's a good start para sa side ng Auster Force.
Ang masama pa nun, sakto yung kuha niya dun sa purple buff. So this is a time na nasayang para sa side ngayon ng BREN Esports.
Oh my! BREN Esports, nabigyan kaagad sila ng isa. Pero kaya bang snowball, kaya bang gawing starter ng Auster Force itong klaseng advantage as the early game? Pero nakikita natin yung positioning ng Auster Force RTZ going for the Chang'e, and also a little bit of aggression here sa side ng Auster Force, still up against Flap TZ.
Yes, and to answer your question kung magagamit ba yung pag-pick off doon kay Carl TC. Yes, indeed. Kasi mapapansin mo, ini-invade na ngayon dito ni Chu. Given na mas mauunang level 4 na nga rito si Chu, mas magiging maganda yung positioning dito ng on the first turtle. Kung papansin mo, halos yung 4 na members nila nakapalibot na doon sa turtle, pero ang ganda ng pala kay Trimar.
Ang ganda ng pagkaka-eye to eye doon ng Benedetta. Pero mukhang magsisimula na naman ang laban. Meteor Shower ginamit ni RTZ to force things back. Unravel, muntik pa siyang mabuhay. But with the Soul Eater from Few, they will secure the kill and also get the turtle sa side ng Auster Force.
Oh, luckily, TDZ, na nagkaroon ng a little bit of misplay doon si Unravel na medyo napalalim siya doon sa base ng, or rather sa jungle ng BREN Esports. Pero, na-secure naman nila yung turtle with the help of Chu. So, kahit papaano nabalasa pa rin ng Auster Force yung pagkamatay doon ni Unravel. And so far, like what you've mentioned kanina, yung pagkamatay ni Carl TC that leads to the first objective of the game, which is the turtle, and mukhang ang Work Auster Force ang nagsiset ng tempo sa early game natin dito against BREN eSports.
Yeah, pati talaga malaking factor kaagad nawalan ng purple buff dito si Carl TZ, and mas mahirap siya magta-transition, mas mahihirapan siya maka-rotate. And ang ganda rin ng ikot doon ni Trimar TZ every single time. Kumbaga parang
Yes.
hindi nagpapakita si Carl TZ dito. Try kong ang daanan at saktong-sakto talaga yung pagkakakuha niya ng kill.
Saka medyo tricky din eh. Well, I like what you mentioned, ang ganda ng pwesto ni Trimar. Why? Si Losty kasi nakaposition siya malapit doon sa may bottom lane. Meanwhile, si Selena naman is nagpa-farm doon sa gitna, or rather nagki-clear ng minion wave. So, sobrang perfect ng timing, and this is one thing na magugustuhan mo talaga whenever you have a Benedetta, kasi you always have the chance to cut the lanes, and from there pwede kang mag-invade ng jungle ng kalaban nyo.
Ang bilis din kasing mag-clear ng wave dito ni Benedetta, yung Phantom Strike niya plus again,
yes.
Sword Intent combo, ang bilis makapag-push, and that gave Trimar TZ na mag-rotate dun sa may purple lane earlier.
But still, TDZ, BREN eSports, they may have lost some of the objective. Pero kung titignan mo yung gold,
humahabol pa rin. Dikit na dikit pa rin.
Sobrang dikit ng gold dito. And this only shows na nakakasabay. Kumbaga, BREN eSports know their power spike. Hindi pa sa ngayon. Hindi mo muna nila sasabayan yung aggression na ngayon na ginagawa ng Work Auster Force.
So more on waiting for the power spike or sa tamang momentum. Si Few, tinamaan ng arrow si Trimar TZ, but with this mobility, tinamaan ng missile is expert. Muntik din, ma-sidestep yung arrow, but with the so-called teamwork, Flap TZ, makakuha siya ng isa, pero dito sa middle lane, Rob, Carl TZ and the rest of the crew from BREN eSports just forcing a lot of issues here sa side ng Work Auster Force.
Grabe, bayad na bayad yung mga pana ni Few. Look at that, talagang inanticipate niya na laging nagka-cut lanes doon yung Benedetta. And not only that, kahit yung tinamaan nila sa gitna, Carl TZ, hindi nagdalawang isip, ginamit niya yung kanyang Death Sonata regardless na hindi niya mapapatay. Ang mahalaga doon mapauwi nila, and they could potentially get a vision on the map. Kumbaga sila yung kailangan talagang mag-set dito. Look at this, even Flap TZ, zoning out the members ngayon ng Work Auster Force, gustong i-secure ng BREN itong turtle na to, TDZ.
But with the feathered airstrike, matatamaan niya, sino makakuha ng turtle? And the turtle will be taken by BREN eSports. Meteor Shower, mukhang hindi pa rin enough yung damage. Unravel, hindi niya na-proc yung kanyang ultimate, but Trimar TZ still alive. But with the Rhapsody sa pool, sa ulo, at matutumba dito ang side ng Work Auster Force.
Wow! That anticipation coming from Flap TZ. Alam niya na tatalon si Unravel doon sa may backlines ng BREN eSports going to the Granger. So, once na pagpasok doon ng bola, kinain niya agad.
Talagang timing na timing.
Yes.
Ang parang symphony of skills.
Hindi ko nga alam,
BREN eSports,
hindi ko nga alam paano nasubo yun ng dinosaur, yung malaking bola na yun eh.
Isipin mo yun? Di ba parang kung merong yoyo,
mind blown,
ibang klase talaga ang performance dito ng BREN eSports. And from that fight, sino na ngayon lumamang sa net worth?
5-1 ang score natin dito at 5 minutes na ibaliktad na agad yung tempo ng BREN eSports against Work Auster Force. Yes, na first blood nila si Carl TC, pero nabawi na nila ngayon yung lead na yon.
Yup. At nakikita natin BREN eSports na waiting patiently dun sa my side brushes, waiting for a pick-off. Yun din naman ang ginagawa ng Work Auster Force, pero makikita natin they're also giving time for Chu to get his at least one more core item para mag-ready sila sa next team fight. And 6 minutes pa lang to, pero nakikita agad tayo ng action sa side ng BREN eSports. So yung ba yung tinatawag mong power spikes na hinihintay ng BREN eSports?
Posible dahil si RTZ dito mapipick up ni Flap TZ. And not only that, kung titignan mo yan dito sa mapa, nagpalit yung dalawang side lanes dito ng Work Auster Force. That looks like BREN eSports.
Dalawa yung tinamaan dito ng Rage, pero kinain. Detonas welcome, winelcome ni Flap TZ, si Unravel, and that's a 4-4-1 exchange. Lumalayo na naman ang lamang ng BREN eSports against Work. Tingnan mo ba, men, yung mga small pickups na yun talaga yung dumadagdag sa factor ng BREN eSports.
For sure. And not only that, yung continuous invade na nagagawa ng BREN eSports, and another turtle will be secured here by Carl TZ. Pero ang nagiging sagot ngayon dito ng work, since hindi ngayon sila makasabay sa team fight against BREN eSports, is nagbabasag na lang sila. And this is a good anticipation coming from this team. Dahil nakuha nila ngayon yung Torres sa ibaba, and Trimar TZ, siya ngayon ang magiging X-factor ng work Auster Force para mag-force ng reaction from BREN.
So, guguluhin yung
Yes.
playstyle ng BREN eSports. That's the role of Trimar TZ.
Kasi kung iisipin mo, Kuya TDC, hindi rin naman kayang basagin yung mid kagad din. Even the top lane. Ngayon, dito pumapasok yung dalawang mages ng work Auster Force. Pero ang sagot dito ng BREN, puwersahin natin. Pero sanay ang work Auster Force sa ganito eh. Look at that. The positioning of two mages dito, Feather Airstrike para linisin yung top lane. And look at that, RTZ using the Meteor Shower para hindi makapag-push ang BREN eSports.
Kinokontrol ng work Auster Force ang lane equilibrium ng BREN para makahanap din sila. Para at least ma-control yung aggression ng BREN eSports. Perfect analysis dito. Pero look at Kose. Wings by wings paalis sa may tier 1 turret, pero ito yung hinihintay ng BREN eSports magkahanap ng opening para ma-takedown or mas mabilis sila makapag-invade ng jungle. A little bit of skirmishes happening here at the top lane as work Auster Force disengages since nakita nila na wait lang, BREN eSports, apat silang nandun din yung mga core heroes nila, kailangan natin mag-back off onte.
I really like what BREN eSports is doing right now, TDC. Sila, nagpo-force sila ng team fight, hindi sila nagre-react kung saan nagsisplit push dito sila Trimar TZ, and even pinapasok nila sa ilalim na mismo ng Torre dito sila Kuse. Kasi kung papatagalin mo tong laban na to to the point na halos na nakiklear lang ng mga mages dito ng work Auster Force, makakabawi in terms of itemization dito yung Benedetta and even this Lancelot. Pero right at this point, this is a 5,000 lead coming from BREN eSports, and Flap TZ, grabe na yung kunat niya dito with a Curse helmet and a Sky Guardian helmet as well.
Mas makunat talaga, hindi natin makikita si Flap TZ na uuwi, pero nagkaroon na naman ng kill dito si Carl TZ taking down RTZ, at momentum na naman ng BREN eSports. Sila makakuha ng turtle since wala tayong nakikitang reaction from work Auster Force.
Wow, TDC, this is almost a perfect, kung hindi lang na first blood doon. That is the first and only kill ng work Auster Force. And just like that, BREN eSports, nag-snowball sila ng matindi ngayon dito, and Chu got pick off in the process.
Kita mo naman kung gaano katapang si Flap TZ. Minamama niya talaga dito si Kose, and Rebo from the backline, shadow kill. Nag-force ng flicker para kay Kose at magdi-disengage kaagad safely ang work Auster Force. Pero si Chu na take down for the next 14 seconds. So alanganin, kaya pala nagiging aggressive lalo ang BREN eSports.
Oo, Trimar TZ trying his best to clear the minion waves dito sa gitna, pero hindi enough yun dahil nabasag pa rin yung outer turret, even with a Feather Airstrike coming from Kusei. So right at this point, EDC, BREN eSports know their winning condition. Kailangan lang nilang basagin at basagin dito ang mga tore ng work Auster Force to the point na mapilitan sila na ma-choke out ng mga resources. Kumbaga, kailangan nila ngayon gumawa ng mga risky plays. Like, Trimar TZ, mapipilitan siya ngayon ditong mag-segue to the point na baka mag-pick off siya.
Yun din yung game plan ng BREN eSports. Sige, ayaw nyo lumabas, hindi kayo makakalabas ng base. Sa amin lahat ng jungle minions or jungle creeps. At I completely agree. Talagang si Trimar ang aabangan nila dito sa mga side lanes kung sakaling magpo-force ang BREN eSports ng another skirmish.
And look at the itemization from Carl TZ. That Berserker's Fury. Kahit sino sa mga members ng work Auster Force, kayang-kayang tunawin. And with the help of Flap TZ yan, the TZ Brothers, tignan mo naman kung gaano kakunat yan. Sky Guardian, Curse Helmet, Athena Shield, Dreadnought Armor. Kahit sino pa sa work Auster Force, hindi nila kayang tunawin ngayon si Flap TZ.
Pati wala rin silang burst na magic ng mage, no? Tulad ng Lunox. Kasi ang ganda rin ng pagkakaban ng BREN eSports nung unang part pa lang. And for you to take down Flap TZ, you need to expend at least 2 or 3 ultimates. Mag-burn ng 3 ultimates para lang ma-take down to. Pero alam naman natin, sa playstyle ni Flap TZ, yes, there's some point na I will absorb the damage, pero pag unti nila yung threshold ko, baka kaunti, hintayin ko yung Sky Guardian na helmet na mag-proc.
Yes, and just like that, wow, TDZ, hindi nakakahanap kasi ngayon ng magandang initiation dito. Sila Unravel with the Scoopra and Trimar TZ. Ito yung kalakasan ng isang Hayabusa against a Benedetta, specifically if you're going against a 1v1. Lalo na naka-execute yan.
Oo, execute, tapos meron pang high and dry.
Yes.
So kaya mas malakas yung damage at At sabi mo nga kanina, Rob, nung una pa lang, ito yung kailangang iwasan ng work, si Ribo, na merong Hayabusa. Kasi glass cannon nga naman talaga mga heroes ng work dito, and with just one shadow kill na merong max stats.
Nakita mo yung ginawa nila Flap TC. RTC was just trying, or rather Kusei was just trying to clear the minion wave. Pero the moment na gamitin niya ang kanyang feather airstrike, sumasagasa, rumaragasa doon yung dinosaur ni Flap TC para kainin agad doon yung ibong Adarna.
Yep. At talagang nasa momentum na ang BREN Esports, mga kaibigan. At nakita rin tayo nung off-cam kill earlier na si Ribo nakakuha na naman ng takedown para kay Unravel. Pero look at how fast BREN Esports are doing it.
Medyo sneaky na yung mga galawan dito ng Work Auster Force. It's a good attempt coming from Chu, getting the orange buff dito ni Carl TC, kaso hindi siya nakaalis agad. This might be a free Luminous Lord for BREN Esports.
Hindi mako-contest ng Work Auster Force. Nakikita naman, ginugulo kasi ni Ribo dun sa may mid lane.
Yes, and there's no point of contesting there as well for Work since na-pick off nga nila doon yung jungler ng Work Auster Force. And this is gonna be a disaster for the whole squad. This is already an 11,000 lead as early as 12 minutes plus a Lord.
Plus a Lord, at mamaya-maya may kita natin yung Lord mag-push sa top lane. Anong kailangan gawin dito ng Work Auster Force? Kailangan ba nila mag-play defensively? Or at least mag-force ng pick-off para at least manegate yung pushing power ng BREN for the next wave?
Kung papansinin mo si Carl TC, hindi na siya nag-resort to like Hunter Strike. Diretso na agad. Malipik roar, basag kung basag.
Bibilisan talaga kaagad ng BREN Esports now. Split push ang sabi ng BREN Esports dito. Top lane, mid lane. Pero kita mo naman yung damage si Carl TC with the Malefic Roar. Tingin ko mga 3 o pang-4 na attack niya pa lang yun sa turret.
Yes, and kung nag-proc pa doon like yung critical, yung pinakadulo nung kanyang bala. Pero look at that.
Oh, Meteor Shower. Flap TZ, half HP na naman. Pero sobrang bilis lang din naman ng cooldown ng Meteor Shower, pero given the fact na na-force out mo yun out of the way para sa BREN Esports, malaking bagay since mahihirapan sila mag-push back. Wala silang magandang isa pang wave clear sa side ng Work Auster Force.
You know what, EDZ? For BREN Esports, sabihin na natin they are on the number 4 spot at Group A ngayon. Pero what is with this team? Na yung mga number 1, yung lagi nilang pinupuntirya. They won against Blacklist, now they're going against the number 1 of their own group. At grabe, sobrang snowball ng laro nila dito.
The straight killer. Yan ang BREN Esports.
The number 1
killer.
Oh
Kung
my.
sino yung nasa taas, yun ang aming pipupuntirya. At yun din yung pinapakita ng BREN Esports. Yes, this is not an illusion. 14-1 mga kaibigan. At yung 1 na yan, yun pa yung early game kill ng
Yung
Work
first
Auster.
blood kay Carl TC.
Yung pa yun.
Nagalit si Carly. First blood ako, tol.
Hindi pwede yun. Hindi pwedeng walang bawi. Sabi dito ni Ribo, feathered airstrike plus the Meteor Shower, RTZ, and Kose expending all of their ultimates. Pero walang tinamaan. Enough lang yun para pushback yung creep wave. But Work are doing the best that they can para lang makahanap pa ng isa pang opportunity na makahinga.
For sure, and you can say na sobra na ang lamang dito ng BREN Esports whenever you see a Holy Crystal sa isang Selena. That only means na sobrang farb na lahat ng mga members dito ng BREN Esports. So what is it for a Work Auster Force? Paano ba ang bawi nila dito? Ating alamin ngayon.
Hold that thought, mukhang kinuha ng Benedetta, or rather, ng Benedetta again ng isang buhay ng BREN Esports. Ribo, top lane, meron siyang quad shadow so he can just disengage safely.
Yes, kailangan pa rin maging maingat dito ng BREN Esports. We still have 2 mages that could potentially clear minion waves. And a good attempt yun kay Ribo. Muntikan niyang mabasag kaso hindi tumagal yung buhay ni Flap TZ under the base turret on the bottom lane of Work Auster Force. So right now, the safe play for BREN Esports is either they freeze the lane and wait for the second Lord, or probably get a pick-off na nagagawa nila time and time from the abyssal arrows ng Selena Nephew.
Yep, at yun ang kailangan nilang gawin. Pero mukhang umabante dito si Unravel, hindi tumama yung kanyang ultimate. At nagkalabasan ng ultimate dito, last T siya target. But look at the damage, the stun from Few. Dinisable niya si Trimar TZ at buhay na naman si Carl TZ.
Oh my, TDZ, yung bottom lane, hindi pinapauwi ni Few. Ngayon, yung mga members dito ng Work Auster Force, mukhang mababasag na. Yung base turret, kailangan nilang lakarin to dahil hinahabol sila ngayon ng mga members ng BREN Esports. And to be honest, to TDZ, that was a good initiation coming from Work. Muntikan na rin nilang ma-pick up doon si Carl TC. And I really like the play of Work Auster Force. Sabihin na natin, lugi sila, egol sila sa ngayon. Pero nakikita mo yung yung puso they are really playing to win. Kasi kung hihintayin na lang nila na kunin ang BREN, yung susunod na Lord, tapos magde-def sila and just kumbaga wishful thinking yun Mas maganda yung sumasapa ka kahit nahihirapan ka.
Lumaban ka hanggang huli. Yun ang sabi ng Work Auster Force. Yes, and I completely agree. Nakikita natin talaga na kaya nilang pwede silang sumugal Alam mo yung mga risky plays?
Yes.
Yung medyo delikado, pero ano nga naman ang pwede mong gawin kapag lamang na yung BREN Esports? Again, looking at the net worth, almost, we're about to hit the 20K advantage ng BREN Esports, but showing the strength or at least the resilience of Work Auster Force dito, pumapalag pa rin talaga sila.
Kailangan ipantay ng BREN Esports. Kailangan magsabay-sabay ng mga minions dito from the top, from the bottom lane, kasama yung Lord sa gitna. Kailangan hindi nila maklear to. Kailangan sumabay. Pero look at Rimmer. TZ already cutting the lanes on the top lane para hindi sumama-sama lahat ng mga minions sa gitna.
Kitang-kita mo naman Meteor Shower na gamit na plus the Feathered Airstrike. Sinalo lang ito na lahat. Tulad ng pagsalo ni Kosei doon sa arrow, he'll be able to flicker out.
Why?
At maging successful siya. Unravel, muntik pang mamatay. Pero si Carl TZ, trabaho lang. Doon tayo sa main inhibitor. Pero ang Lord, buhay na buhay pa rin. BREN Esports, nakahanap naman sa mga gandang opportunity to take down the main inhibitor, main base ng Work Auster Force, and BREN Esports will secure Game 1 in this winning moment.